My old wardrobe was quickly replaced with freshly starched polo shirts, Hart, Schaffner, and Mark suits, and Johnson and Murphy shoes. I considered the Plymouth chap beneath Kate's status had sold it for $500, buying her what she called a no-personality used Volvo sedan. To sit beside my new BMW in our new two-car garage. Both cars, like the home and furniture, were financed. Kate had grown up in a home where nothing was purchased. No? Okay. Nothing was purchased with on credit. Oh, really? Is it? Come here. Nothing was purchased on credit. Her parents hadn't even owned a credit card until she was in college. The card was used only for an absolutely necessary. The balance was paid off at the beginning of every month. As hard as she tried, Kate couldn't see the crucial to our well-being: a Carvier CD player, tape deck, amp, and a preamp, a Thornton turntable, B&W speakers, Hi-Fi Mitsubishi VCR, and or 27-inch ProTag monitor. I always prevailed. Each item was the best my money could buy, and I justified purchases by reasoning we have the money, and we're not tied down with kids yet. Let's have some fun while we can. While Kate complained that the house was too large, as she often did, I reminded her that we would need the extra room after the children were born. We were just about to celebrate our 5th wedding anniversary when Kate got pregnant. I imagined that we could wait a couple more years to start a family. In a few months into pregnancy, I wanted to put the house on the market, in the neighborhood with better schools. Robert, the baby, won't be in school for years, Kate protested. Once the baby comes, we'll have twice as much stuff, and the move will be twice the headache, I said. This is just the right time. We put our place on the market and began the search for a new house. Several of my colleagues, come on, really, Bobby? Several of my colleagues, with my several of my colleagues lived in what was called the Adams Hill section of town, an older neighborhood that boasted of even older money. The area was named for Thomas Adams, one of the area's founding residents, who claimed to be related to President John Quincy Adams, though none of the locals had ever bothered to research his genealogy. People of affluence and influence had lived in Adams Hill since before the turn of the century. The streets were lined with red maple and giant oak trees, older than the oldest residences of Adams Hill. The lawns were professionally maneuvered, and the shrubs were trimmed and clipped. Well-kept houses were all built of brick, wood, and stone, with not a panel of vinyl siding in sight. Great Victorian houses with enormous wraparound porches nestled in the oak trees. Thank you. Next to what? You want it back? Next to brick colonnades with huge antebellum columns on the front. Out front, Each home had a story. Many even had play cards positioned next to the front doors, stating the year the home was built and other information deeming worthy of sharing with those fortunate enough to ring the doorbell. Finding a residence for this was actually for sale, or as opposed to handling down from one generation to the next was nearly impossible. When the new listing popped up on our real estate agent's computer, she couldn't reach for the phone quickly enough to call us. My palms began to sweat as I anticipated walking through what could be my dream home. Even Kate couldn't suppress a smile when the realtor led us into the drive. The front was gray stone and yellow wood, with a beautiful double-tied wraparound deck. It was a big house, and of course, that meant a big mortgage. I wanted Katie to have lots of space to create a lovely home for our family, a home like my mother's, that would come alive at Christmas with a very fire and tall sparkling tree. I'm almost done with this. Sparkling tree. Though the firm was pleased with the work, there were times I wished I opened up a private practice, the way so many law school buddies did, hiring 2 or 3 associates, their names plastered in gold letters on the doors. Gerald Greenlaw and Associates on law signs. Curtis Howard and Associates. I can't read. Or on parking garage walls. Thomas Michelson and Associates, leaning instead of working 80 hours a week for someone else. I could have been working for myself, Robert and Associates. It's too late to start over now, however. And our brand new mortgage confirmed it. Well, I lost my freedom. I made up for the security of working for a larger farm. And that is the